Hello, children. I have a cold, but instead of doing my regular thing where I just won't upload a video if I'm sick that week, I decided to just pick a story that I find suitable for a thick sick boy voice like this. So yeah, no, I'm not trying to impersonate Brent Daniel, this is just how I sound right now. Anyway, enjoy. Be me. Have no friends. Be silly Asian kid with yellow hair. Take naked pictures of myself on the couch. Send them to the hottest girl in school. Instant regret.gif. The next day, kids throw eggs at me and laugh. Hot girl tells everyone that I have a little wiener. I try to defend myself by saying that it's because I'm Asian. The hot girl gets her BF to beat me up in English class. The teacher just lets it happen. I go home and cry as I masturbate. I grab my backpack and fill it full of spoons. I go to school the next day. The hot girl's boyfriend is walking up to me. Here we go, .webm. I reach into my backpack and start hurling spoons at the fucker. He begins running at me. I start running. Run through the halls, screaming for my life. My legs feel heavy. I stop and lay down and pull out my dick. The hot girl's boyfriend runs up and stops dead in his tracks. I feel helpless and don't know what to do at this point. I start to cry and shake my dick, rolling around on the floor. I black out completely at this point. Wake up in the hospital. Turns out I had passed out from hyperventilating. My mom is standing over me. She looks blank. Says that she didn't know that I was having problems at school and that I should have told her. I tell her I'm sorry and ask if anyone had seen me. She says that she has to talk to the school to see if I'm allowed back. Says that I might need an evaluation and they might have to keep me in the hospital for a while. Yeah, right, .jpg. She leaves me at the hospital for the next 4 days. I get out on the 5th day. Go home and find out that I have a caretaker now. My face when my family thinks that I'm mentally challenged now. They make me wear Velcro shoes. Find out that I have to go back to school. First day back at school. Everyone's watching me. I try to hide in my shirt. I can still hear them talking. The teacher yells out, "Welcome back, Anon, great to see ya." Can hear desks creak as everyone turns to look at me. My anxiety is off the charts. I begin screeching and running for the door. The new caretaker blocks the door. "Calm down, Anon, calm down." My breathing slows at this point and I just go with it. I go sit down and brush my hair. The hot girls won't even look at me. I stare at her and I feel sad. All day I hide in my shirt and cry. The next day I wear my Grand Canyon hat to school. Show up with my Grand Canyon hat and a whole new attitude. Bring sandwiches for the whole class. Just try to forget about my problems and try to be more normal. The hot girl still won't look at me. No one wants a sandwich that I made. I start to feel sad again, but tell myself to just act normal and try to make friends. I start raising my hand more in class and answering questions. The teacher calls on me more, out of pity probably. Whatever.png. The teacher says after class that he likes my hat. Tell him, "Thanks, it says Grand Canyon." The teacher says, I know, Anon, I went there on vacation. Gay. The teacher looks annoyed, but I get away with it because the caretaker and Velcro shoes. After school, I figure I should go talk to the hot girl again because everyone thinks I'm a tard now. I ask my caretaker if I can have a moment alone. Says no because policy. Whatever, fuck it, I bring my caretaker with me. My face when Velcro shoes and caretaker. I walk up to the hot girl. She looks scared. I tell her that she has ruined my life and everyone thinks I'm crazy now. Tell her I'm depressed and never had friends anyway. She tells me she's sorry and that she broke up with her boyfriend for beating me up. I start feeling butterflies in my stomach. I ask her if she likes me.
No, Anon, sorry.
Tells me she just feels bad and hopes I'll be okay. Whatever, I'll take it. I go home that day feeling a little bit better. I eat dinner and play video games. Mom still won't talk to me. Tell her I peed in the sink and that she can clean it. She tells me this is why my father left and yells at me. I go to my room and cry. The next morning, I have an awesome idea. I grab my cat and put him in my backpack for school. That day, I show up to school with my cat. The school allows me to do whatever at this point because caretaker. People actually talking to me because of my cat. They ask me if they can pet him. The hot girl's ex-boyfriend is back at school from being suspended, not looking at me and being very quiet.
Hey, asshole. I have more friends than you now. You like those spoons?
He ignores me, but I feel like a champion. People are still talking to me because of the cat. The caretaker tells me to be respectful. At lunch, I start eating and pull out my cat to make more friends. The second I set him down, he starts hauling ass. I jump up and start chasing him, everyone staring at me. Oh, you wacky, lovable, deranged boy. Socialanxiety.png. The cat is running faster. At this point, I'm just running. I begin screeching again, feeling upset because I can't control my fucking autism. Feeling depressed because I know that I'll never have friends. I run to the gym, hide in my shirt, and cry. 20 minutes later, my caretaker finds me. The school tells me to go home for the day. I get home and Mom's upset with me for losing the cat. I start yelling and telling her that she never cared. I go to my room and lock the door, throw my TV at the wall and kick my window. The window finally breaks. There's glass everywhere. I'm still screaming. I fall on the glass and start pissing on myself. Mom calls the cops. The cops show up and ask me to come out. I ignore them for 5 minutes. They finally just break my door and grab me. I keep yelling,
Wow, fuck you guys.
They drive me back to the hospital. I arrive at the hospital. My caretaker is waiting. Tells them I just had an episode and I'll be okay for a few days. They let me out the next day. I go home. Mom tells me that she's done with me and she's sending me to live with my grandma. Tell her I don't care and call her fat. I go to my room and pack my things. Grandma shows up to take me. While packing, I decide to take all of Mom's shoes. I call my mom an asparagus and walk out the door. 10 minutes after we show up to Grandma's, Mom calls about the shoes. Tell Grandma I lost them and throw them in the sink. Grandma finds the shoes. Mom comes to pick them up. Wow.png. The caretaker is not allowed at my grandma's house because she's fresh off the boat. I unpack my clothes in my new room, jerk off to Zoe 101 and fall asleep. I wake up late. The caretaker is here to pick me up. I get dressed and run out the door. Show up to school and realize that my shirt is on backwards. I go to class and everyone stares at me. I switch my shirt around and go to sit down. The fat kid next to me tells me I have toothpaste in my hair. Impossible, I didn't brush my teeth today. I touch my hair. My hair feels crunchy. My face went, oh no, I have cum in my hair. Not again. I ask my caretaker if I can go to the bathroom. Tells me that I can go after class. Wow, what an asshole. The bell rings and I bolt for the bathroom. I scrub at the cum, but it's not coming out. Tell me about it. The bathroom is crowded. I start feeling anxious and just go to the next class. All day, everyone is staring at me. I ask my caretaker if I can take lunch by myself now. The caretaker surprisingly agrees. At lunch, I still have no friends, so I just sit by myself and feel sad. I can't stop thinking about the hot girl and what she told me. Get an awesome idea. Decide to go hide behind the wall that she hangs out at. I crouch down behind the wall and just chill and eat a sandwich. I listen to the hot girl and her friends talk about boys in school. I start getting a boner and begin chewing faster. One of her friends hears me.
Oh my god, what's that noise?
Hear them turn and walk towards me. Cover blown. .webm. I try to spring up just as they turn the corner. End up leaning too far forward and lose my balance. I headbutt the hot girl right in her pussy. She starts screaming. I fall on the ground and scramble to my feet. They all scream at me and call me a fucking weirdo and to get away. I start crying and keep yelling, I'm sorry. Other kids are all staring. The teachers are running over. Fucking lose it at this point and just straight up run away. This time, I keep running. Half a block outside school, I trip over a curb and eat shit. I just keep crying and rolling around. Realize I'm all scraped up and bleeding with cum in my hair. The caretaker runs up and brushes me off. Tells me it's okay and it was just an accident. Caretaker drives me home for the day. I run up to my room. I play air guitar to Metro Station to calm myself down. Grandma makes me noodles. I take a shit and go to bed. The next day, my caretaker comes to take me to school. On the way to school, she tells me they might need to send me to a special school. I flip out and call her an asshole. I get to school and I'm too embarrassed to think. I sit in the back of class and read Judy B. Jones. The bell rings and I just keep my head down the whole day. At this point, everyone thinks I'm a full-blown retard. I myself am starting to believe it too. Realize that life is pretty gay. The next couple days, I just try to act normal and stay quiet. Grandma takes away the TV because she caught me jacking off. Start drawing a face on my wiener to keep me entertained. One day, I get bored and bring a broomstick to school. Tell everyone I'm a witch. The fat kid asks me if I got food. Nah, man. I run around all day on my broom making awesome noises. The caretaker says next week I start special school. We get in an argument. I get mad and punch her in the eye. The on-campus officer gets called. I try to run, but he tackles me, handcuffs me, and drives me to the station. The whole time I'm crying. The lady comes in and tells me they're taking me to the hospital. Tell her I'm sorry, I'll try to be normal. Too late. GIF. We show up at the hospital and they put me in a room. I'm feeling beyond depressed and lonely. I sit around and cry and eat Cheerios. 3 days go by and they let me out. I have a new caretaker. Find out that I start new school the next day. I go to Grandma's and realize that all my stuff is gone. Nothing left but clothes and a mattress. Not even crayons for drawing face dick. I lay there and read Judy B. Jones until I fall asleep. I wake up and get ready. The new caretaker shows up. New school starts an hour after regular school did. I show up to a single room with a bunch of tards playing Legos. Sweet. JPEG. Hang out all day playing Legos and coloring. Pretty cool so far. I go home that day and I lay in my room. I realize that I miss my mom and my old school. I start crying and feeling sad. Jerk myself to sleep. The next day my caretaker shows up a little bit late. We go to school and it's the same thing as yesterday. Half an hour before class ends, a fat downy girl's boobs fall out. I get a weird boner for some reason. The next day we keep playing games and trying to touch her boob. Get really horny for some reason and rub my dick on its leg. The teacher suspects something. Tells me to stop. The tard school ends and I go home. I go home and I jerk it to Fat Downy. Right after I come, I feel like crying. Tell myself, no more Downy boob. Good choice, asshole. Good choice. Big, burly, sweaty man hugs go out to David Blackburn, Vril, Watt, Doyman, Union 573, Riley Ogden, Buffalo Wings, Caitlin Miller, James Edward Endicott, Dennis Ridolfi Jr., Ballistic Blue, Vincente Vitendi, Nick the Undead, Tarrant, Goth Crayon, and John Miller. You are genuinely kind. Hopefully next time I make a video I don't quite sound like this, so fingers crossed. But anyway, hope you guys are doing well.